Welcome, listeners. Tonight, we delve into the darkness of a place that has witnessed suffering, death, and perhaps eternity. A place whose very name is enough to send shivers down your spine. We are going to Louisville, Kentucky, to an institution that was once a beacon of hope, but now stands as a monument to fear. The Waverly Hills Sanatorium. Imagine a massive building, towering amidst the woods, with grand Gothic architecture, yet every brick holds the whispers of a dark past. Its history begins in the early 20th century, when the White Plague, or tuberculosis, swept across the United States. This disease was deadly, contagious, and without a cure. To accommodate the thousands of sick patients, a facility was built in 1910. Initially, it was a simple two-story hospital. However, with the increasing number of cases, Waverly Hills was expanded into the five-story structure we know today, opening in 1926. This wasn't just a hospital, it was a small city unto itself, with a bank, a post office, and even a fire station, all to serve the dying. Tuberculosis was a cruel disease. Patients at Waverly Hills endured unimaginable suffering. Medicines at the time were primitive. Medical procedures were often more painful than the illness itself. Damaged lungs, difficulty breathing, coughing up blood, these were daily sights. The death toll at Waverly Hills was extraordinarily high. Some estimates suggest tens of thousands of souls perished there. Every day, a corpse transportation system known as the body chute or death tunnel was used to discreetly remove the deceased so as not to distress other patients. A long, dark, and steep tunnel leading from the back of the hospital to the base of the hill, where bodies were loaded into carts or coffins. The death tunnel itself is the source of many chilling tales. Imagine the thick darkness, the creaking sound of wheels, and the heavy load being carried. For some, this tunnel was their final gateway to the other side. For others, it became a portal for restless spirits to return. Life at Waverly Hills was not about healing for many, but about awaiting the end. Patients were separated from their families, locked in isolation, watching their roommates slowly succumb to the disease. Some say the despair itself became an entity within these walls. It's no wonder that a place with such a history of suffering would become a hotbed of paranormal activity. Numerous stories circulate about apparitions, strange sounds, and inexplicable feelings of presence. One of the most famous hotspots is room 502 on the 5th floor. It is said that in 1928, a nurse named Mary Hill either jumped or was pushed from the window of this room, committing suicide. A few years later, in 1932, another nurse, purportedly named Gribbs, also hanged herself outside the same room. Was it due to loneliness, unbearable suffering, or perhaps something far darker? Visitors and paranormal investigators often report seeing the apparition of a young woman, hearing indistinct voices, or feeling mysterious pushes around room 502. The 4th floor also has a terrifying reputation. Many report seeing the apparition of boy Timmy, a small child who supposedly died there. He is said to enjoy playing with a ball, and there are frequent reports of balls rolling on their own or the sound of children's laughter. There's also the lady in white, who is often seen floating in the corridors. In the kitchen, old cooks who died there are said to still be at work. There are reports of cooking smells suddenly appearing, or the sound of pots and pans clattering. Even in the autopsy room, an extraordinary cold is often felt, and sometimes a whispering voice is heard from the empty operating table. Paranormal investigators have captured countless EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, throughout the building. Whispers, moans, even names being called out. EMF meters often show unexplained spikes in activity. Infrared cameras catch moving shadows that are incorporeal. Waverly Hills closed in 1961 after the discovery of a cure for TB, and was briefly reopened as a nursing home called Woodhaven Medical Services. However, this nursing home also closed in the 1980s due to alleged patient abuse. Since then, the building has been abandoned, becoming a magnet for ghost hunters and thrill seekers. What makes Waverly Hills so haunted? Is it the residual energy of immeasurable suffering? Are spirits trapped between two worlds, unable to find peace? Or is it a combination of collective trauma, memories etched into the walls, and our own imaginations sparked by its dark history? Waverly Hills is a monument to a terrible disease and also to human resilience. But more than that, it is a reminder that sometimes the past never truly dies. It simply waits, whispering from the shadows, to tell its story once more. So, do you dare to step into the whispers of Waverly Hills? Because once you hear them, they are hard to forget.